Yes, guys, welcome back to Access Tempo Podcast, where we talk about music, money, and fitness. This is a Ugandan created podcast by me mainly. I'm a producer in Uganda. In case you don't know, I'm a music producer. Today, I'm going to be answering 21 questions about the music we make and the process. Basically, everything that has to do with the music that I produce, how I produce. So let's get into it. Audio mixing and mastering in different genres is actually achievable, like really achievable. If first of all, if you know what you're doing and if you make extensive research, this industry grows. You grow as a producer in this industry if you make extensive research, not only about the genres you're comfortable in, but if you can also make research about the genres you have no idea about. That could really make you a better producer. Recently, I was talking to some guys in Kuwait about their sound. It's actually distinctive, and very nice. I was making some research about the Kuwait sound. Yeah, so. The strategy I use to make the music I produce resonate across multiple cultural contexts is I try to diversify my sound. I don't limit my production to a certain cultural background or cultural context. I try as much as I can to create music that will be enjoyed by both the local community and the international scene. For example, if you listen to the songs I've produced with A-Rock or with Lucas Black or with Paper, these songs are made locally. We make them here in Uganda. But if you play it in another country, it kind of like touches, the sound kind of like touches or matches what they produce in those other countries. There are multiple countries where we get feedback from, and individuals that I think we either produce from their country or we just know how to set the tone, put the touch of the international scene to include them. The legal and licensing aspects of music production, I navigate it through something I call producer protection. We license everything we make. We state splits from the go. To protect both me, the producer, and the artist from individuals that like registering and owning musical pieces that don't belong to them. You can do this through the rights organization societies in different countries. In Uganda we have I think UPRS. My innovative technique to come up with new and different sound is, I would call it sampling, but it's not really sampling because I don't use the original sound. I listen to a sound, then I sample it my way. I can reverse it. I can split it, cut out the parts I need, cut out the parts I don't need. Yeah, to achieve something very unique that has previously never really been created. Yeah. The techniques I use to ensure high quality recording, there are very many different techniques you can use to record sound in environments that are not. Yeah, for example, you can get invited to like a hotel room and you need to record like a song. There's noise outside. There's probably music playing like in like the gardens or something. But you need to record the song with an artist because their time in the country is limited. So, what the techniques I use, I move with a microphone booth, a small microphone booth. Then I ensure that probably all the windows and the doors in the room are closed. If we have some small acoustic paddings, we make sure we create some sort of booth to prevent the sound from hitting the microphone, the unwanted sound. Budget constraints without compromising on the quality of the sound. If I'm ever in such a situation, I try to minimize on the costs of production. For example, if I'm tasked to make a song with some live instruments, I try to make the instruments synthetically. Yeah, using my DAW and the few plugins I have, we can recreate any live instrument using a MIDI and the DAW. Talking about DAWs, I prefer for beat making, straight up, no cap, no sugar coating, free loops is by far the best for me. I don't know about you. Then for recording, mixing, and mastering, I use Logic Pro X. My experience in collaborating remotely with artists or engineers is actually the best. Like I do it like most of the time. Yeah, we can start recording the track when the artist is in the country, but then he flies out, but the track is not yet done. So we can do everything remotely. I do this like the whole time. Even right now as I speak, I'm working with a few of my friends who are not in the country, but we're able to send and receive work remotely and make sure the work is done. Now, first of all, if I get a client, they're more than welcome. They come into studio. Some studios offer snacks and everything, but my space is still a little bit small. Like I can't offer snacks, but I would say I'm welcoming, highly welcoming. If you're creative, we sit, talk about it, see how to go about it. I realize the more you engage people into conversation, the more they get to know, the more they get comfortable around you. So once the artist is comfortable in studio, I think that's when we start working. It's more about comfort. The production of a song that really influenced my sound, it was back when I was still at campus. First year, second year, I was strictly an international producer, hip hop, trap, all those genres. But when I made a blues song for Benezeri, I think that opened my doors to like blues, Afrobeats, dancehall, and all these other genres. Yeah, so I would say that collaboration is open doors for me for other genres that I didn't really know that I could produce. Yeah. I'm literally always pushing the boundaries of conventional music production. Yeah. It's not advisable if you don't know what you're doing, but if you really know what you're doing, you can achieve it. If you really know what you're doing, you can achieve it. I'm not the type of guy who will listen to a song just because people like it, then I try to replicate the sound. No, I don't do that. I make sure I try to make my own sound, and coming up with your own sound isn't something that is socially acceptable. It takes time, but it's very, very achievable. Yeah. It starts with the vibe of the song. Definitely. It starts with the vibe of the song. If you have like an Afrobeat, if you made an Afrobeat, you've laid the pads, you've laid the pianos, the drums, the percussion, all in check. And you need bass guitar vibe and like a lead guitar or an acoustic. You can layer like a lead guitar, an acoustic guitar, and the bass guitar. It really depends on the vibe of the song. Creative blocks. I overcome creative blocks by stepping away from studio. Basically, I'm in studio most of the time. It's kind of hard for me to like get a creative block, but whenever I get them, I make sure I step away from studio for like a couple of days. I can just come to studio, but I won't open any DAW. I won't open any project to work on. I'll just be in studio, organizing files, downloading essential packs, making more research about music production, but I won't open any DAW to work since my creativity is blocked at the moment. But the best thing is to step away from studio and come back with a fresh mind. The challenges of introducing fresh acts into the music scene, they're quite a number, but the ones that I've faced is mainly competition. Yeah, being competitive. Most of these new acts never really. Yes, they're good, but they're not yet competitive. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Yes, they're good at what they're doing, but they're not competitive, and they're not that hungry unless they see something moving. There's also this notion that why are kids making music? Yet we need engineers, plumbers, and all that. So those are the challenges we have introducing new artists to the scene. I'm a very adaptable person. I make research whenever I can. Adapting to the changes in music technology, trends over the years, is basically, literally, more about research and how much you engage yourself in listening to other people's music. I listen to a lot of music, a lot of new music, a lot of old music, and different genres of music. Then the technology, music as an industry evolves overnight. There are very many changes that occur overnight. So you need to be ready. You need to be on the internet on the internet like 24/7, so that you don't miss anything. We have technological advances like AI. Now you can literally produce a song, mix it and master it without any DAW, just because of AI. So you need to be in tune with a bunch of things. AI, the biggest studios in the world, the biggest artists in the world, biggest engineers in the world, so that you keep updated. Complex problems during recording sessions. No, the problems we face in studio are not that complex. They're just mainly because of capabilities, what the artist can do, what the artist can't do. It's not like the problem you can't fix. Yeah, but I wouldn't call it very, very complex. They are very, very small. They're minor problems. I've never really had like a big problem in the studio, apart from artists coming with voices that are not ready for recording. I think that's my biggest problem. If an artist comes for a session and they're not ready to record, but they want to record, yeah, that's one of my major setbacks. But it's not. I wouldn't call it a problem, really. Yeah, because it's very solvable. The strategies I employ to stay updated with the latest industry trends and technologies. You just have to be on the internet 24/7. Yeah, just need to make your research. I think I already talked about this. These questions actually kind of sound a little bit similar. Feedback from artists. I actually listen a lot to artists. I make sure I pay attention to their needs. I listen, then I see what I can do. Some things I won't do, just to retain the creativity and the originality of the sound that we are trying to make. But then other changeable things are actually very, very lucrative and very welcome. Balancing artistic vision with commercial viability when producing tracks. We make music in a time whereby music is released based off of what is happening in the country, what is trending and everything. We don't really dig or deep into that, but we make music that is very acceptable, that is very, very relatable, that actually sounds like the current times or the future, but is also actually good music. Yeah, I don't know if that answers the question. Maintaining creativity under pressure. It's all about being able to create under pressure. You have to train yourself to create under pressure. But how do I maintain creativity under pressure? Actually work well with pressure and deadlines. If you tell me you need your song in 8 hours, I'm going to rest for like 2 hours, then wake up, put in like 2 more hours, walk out of studio, then come back, put in like another 2 hours until it's done. I literally work well under pressure. I evaluate my work like I usually use what should I call them? Reference tracks. Reference tracks is the trick. You find a song that you think was produced the best according to the genre you're producing or mixing and mastering, then use it as a reference track. I think that's all the questions. 21 questions by AccessTempo. And yeah, I had to do it fast. I had to go through it fast since I am AccessTempopod podcast. See you guys in the next episode.